Hello. When I was a child, I learnt that at the first Easter, Jesus at the Last Supper, in a symbol of humility, washed the feet of the disciples. And in the religious community I grew up in, every Holy Thursday we did the same. We would be humble and we would wash each other's feet. And this ceremony was completely unremarkable to me until the year I was 16 and I fell in love with Jason Quinlivan. I was a good boy. The other teenagers who were in our community, they went to these ceremonies and these rituals because their parents told them to. I went because I was a true believer. And I was a good boy in all kinds of areas. Like in school, I was a child who put my hand up. I was somebody who shushed my classmates if they spoke over the teacher. And so when I first began to realise I was having some gay thoughts and liking some boys, I did what I was supposed to do. We had a group confession, and I said, I'm feeling attraction to men. I'm feeling gay feelings. And the group confession, we weren't allowed to talk about it afterwards, but I had every intention of being good, of healing myself, and of marrying a woman and having a beautiful Christian family. That was my plan. And after I'd confessed this, the lead catechist in our community took me aside and told me that I was young, that my libido was a stream, it wasn't a river yet, so there was time to change myself. And if I just focused on not having any special male friends, and if I just focused on what I liked about women, and if I prayed really hard, everything would be okay. And I didn't question that. I didn't have a special male friend. I was a very fat little guy, and there was nobody leading me astray. And I was happy to hang out with women. I was happy to hang out with girls. And I was happy to think about what I liked about them. What I liked about them was in no way lustful, so I felt very pure for that as well. And then I fell for Jason. Jason was beautiful. He was tall, he was tanned. He was one of the sporty boys. He never really spoke to me. He spoke to the other sporty boys. But every so often when he did speak to me, he was very kind. I remember sitting at home and just hearing his laugh in my mind and wishing I could make him laugh. I remember sitting at Mass and I'd be looking over at his perfect neck or at his face that didn't have any pimples on it. I wanted his body. I wanted to be him. I wanted his square shoulders. I wanted his little waist. I wanted everything about Jason. And so I was finding this really, really hard. And so again, at group confession, I confessed that I was having feelings about Jason. And I was finding it really difficult. And Jason was there, so he knew that I was having dirty thoughts about him. This story isn't going to go where you think it's going to go. I couldn't make eye contact with him when I left. And I just carried on hanging out with girls and praying and doing all the things I was supposed to do. And then it was Holy Thursday, and we had our ritual of washing each other's feet. But the catechist told us, don't wash everyone's feet. You won't have time. There were about 50 of us in the room. So what we do is you should wash the feet of the people you need to be humble with, the people who maybe you need forgiveness from, or the people who you've judged very harshly. And I felt I needed forgiveness from Jason. So I took the little basin and the little jug and the little towel, and I went and I knelt in front of Jason. And I could feel everyone in the room stiffening up because they all knew. But I was genuine. I wanted his forgiveness. And I held his foot and I poured the water over it. And you guys, this foot. It was it was just big. And it was tanned. And it was veiny. I washed Jason's foot. And I never spoke to Jason again. But that was the moment that I realised, maybe I can't pray this away. Thanks very much.